The last time we worked on the E92 M3, we had taken the front bumper off to install a carbon fiber GT4 style front lip from Ridgeline Motorsports, which, in my opinion, made the front end of this car look nearly as aggressive as these cars sound. However, not even 2 weeks later, I decided to yet again remove the front bumper in order to have access to remove the headlights to address something that most definitely does not help in making this car look any more aggressive: these sun-faded headlights. Now, considering the fact that I had just removed this front bumper a couple weeks prior and the process was still fresh in my head, I decided to go all in and take these headlights out of the car with the hope that I could do a better job this way than keeping the headlights in the car. So for now, let's remove this bumper yet again, get these headlights out of the car, and see what we're working with. So after about 20 minutes, a bit of finesse, and maybe a swear word or two, these headlights are finally out of the car. Now, I was hoping that the sun damage would be pretty obvious on camera, but you never really know until the editing process if the clips turned out the way that you had planned. So if the sun damage doesn't seem particularly bad in these clips, it'll make sense at the end of the video why that's the case. It has to do with what I mentioned at the beginning of the video about there being a small channel update. And if that doesn't make any sense, I promise you it will if you stick around for the end of the video. Now, regarding this kit, I picked it up from FCP Euro for about $25. My thought process behind buying the kit was that at the time of purchasing it, I'd much rather have attempted to restore my headlights as opposed to spending whatever it would cost for new lenses or even an entire headlight rebuild, which I know is pretty common on these cars. Not only that, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not in a place in my life right now to be building or paying to have someone else build a SEMA quality car. That being said, I do at the very least try to keep my cars, quote, clean, but I'm also not a perfectionist like that. I still don't have my own garage and all of my cars spend 100% of their lives outside. So no matter how hard I try, my cars will always need a bit of TLC. But I digress. Back to the headlights. At this point, I wanted to see if there was even a noticeable difference after using the kit, so I decided to tackle one headlight first in order to get a side-by-side look to see if this entire project was a waste of time or if it was worthwhile for the money I spent on it. And after about 20 or 30 minutes of good old-fashioned elbow grease, I was left with this. A headlight that looked 10 times worse than it did before. But thankfully, the job wasn't done yet. This kit not only came with 3 increasingly finer grits of sandpaper, but a sort of cutting compound as well as a UV sealer. After which, having used those, we ended up here, a headlight without any sun damage and looking much closer to how they're supposed to. And when you sit the two headlights side by side together, you can clearly see that the first headlight looks significantly better, the sun damage is gone, and the lens is much clearer than the headlight that we have yet to restore. So the only thing left to do now, restore the other headlight, put them back in the car, put it all back together, and see what it looks like. Here we go. Alright, that was today's video. I know it wasn't super exciting, but there are a couple of reasons why I shot today's video. First and foremost, I pretty much got that kit for free. When I first bought my E92 M3, like a week after I bought it, I bought all the parts to do the rod bearings on the car. And when I had everything in my shopping cart on the website, I was about $15 or $20 away from free shipping. So I figured I'd spend 15 or 20 bucks to essentially get something for free and get the free shipping. So do I think that the kit worked? I think it did a pretty good job. I definitely don't think it's perfect. I don't think you should buy this kit expecting the headlights to look brand new. In my particular case, I had a lot of sun fade spots on the tops of the headlights that I wanted to get rid of, and the kit was able to take care of that. But now that the job of polishing the headlights is done, you could definitely tell in person. I don't know if it's going to translate over video, but you could definitely tell in person that there's like a film over the headlights now. That's like that UV protection stuff that I put on at the end. You can definitely see it. The headlights do look better than they did before, but it's not perfect, so definitely don't expect perfect. Also, definitely don't have to take the front bumper off and remove the headlights entirely. I think you could have got the same exact results if you were just careful and taped all around the headlights and did the process that way. But the more important reason why I made today's video is because a couple of weeks ago I sold the Porsche finally, and I had been kind of playing around with the idea of what I wanted to do with some of the funds when the Porsche finally did sell. And where I landed and what I kind of sent it on was brand new camera equipment. I bought an entirely new camera, a whole like rig for it. It's like in a cage. I have like a monitor up top right now. It's sitting on a new tripod, the whole nine. I bought a whole bunch of stuff alongside this new camera. This new camera is way more capable. It's a full frame camera if you don't know anything about like videography jargon or photography jargon, but it's full frame camera. It shoots 4K 60. I'm kind of shooting here at night, as you could tell, and hopefully the clip looks pretty good, because a lot of times when I'm working on my cars, I end up in here in the garage kind of into the nighttime, and my other little point and shoot camera sucks. Like it's super dark. It doesn't pick up the colors very well, and so this camera should mitigate a lot of that. Not only that, but what I'm hoping to accomplish with buying this camera and these new like tools and stuff with it is to hopefully just kind of level up these videos. I have an idea in my head of how I want these videos to eventually look and what I want to do with the channel and whatnot, and I'm a little limited just kind of being in here and it not being my house, and I can't always get in here the way I want to get in here, but I'm trying to do as good as I can with what I have. And so what I can do is pick up a new camera and kind of learn the camera, learn it in and out, learn the settings, learn how to shoot, learn how to edit better. And hopefully all of that will result in kind of cooler videos to watch, at least in the meantime, until I get my own setup. And that was kind of the idea behind buying this stuff. And so that's what I wanted to do with today's video, is kind of just practice. You know, there's no reason I shouldn't post this video. You know, hopefully if you watch this video wondering if that kit works, you got what you were looking for out of the video. But if that's not why you watch the video and you just watch it maybe because you're a fan of the channel or you're a fan of supporting the channel or whatever, hopefully you can kind of see a difference. I don't know, I kind of shot things a little differently, and I, you know, color graded it a little differently than I normally would have. So hopefully all that kind of translates into this video, and you kind of see the difference between my old stuff and this video and moving forward and whatnot. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it wasn't the most exciting video to watch, but if you're just a fan of the channel, or you know, you are a fan of supporting this channel, hopefully you kind of picking up what I'm putting down, and you're kind of, you know, hopefully you're able to notice a difference with, you know, how I shot it and, you know, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I got a lot of fun things coming. The E92, I have some really cool parts that I'm super excited to throw on the car. The E36, I have a couple ideas. I need to kind of sit down and create a parts list for that idea. But yeah, a lot of cool things coming, so definitely consider subscribing, liking the video, sharing it with a friend if that's what you're into, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.